Okay, shalom and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Giska Clarita from class B, and now I will explain about cooperation and implicature. The first is about cooperation. So cooperation or teamwork is the process by which two or more individuals or groups work together to achieve a common goal. And why is cooperation important? The first is increased efficiency. Cooperation allows complex tasks to be broken down into smaller parts that can be completed simultaneously, increase efficiency. And the second one is solve complex problems. By combining different ideas, skills, and perspectives, cooperation helps find more effective solutions to complex problems. And the third is increase motivation and morale. Cooperation can increase motivation and team spirit because team members feel like they are part of something bigger and have a role to play in achieving a common goal. And the fourth is building strong relationship. Cooperation promotes communication, trust, and mutual understanding, which help build strong relationships between individuals and groups. And the last is strengthen ownership. When people work together, they feel responsible for the end results, which can increase their commitment and dedication. Next is about example of cooperation. The example of cooperation is the first is in sports teams. Team members work together to win a game. And the second is school projects. Students work together to complete a group assessment. And the third is in a business. Companies work together with suppliers, distributors, and customers to achieve success. And the fourth is community. Citizens work together to improve their environment. And the last is international organization. Countries work together to address global problems such as climate change and poverty. Next is about forms of cooperation. The first is formal cooperation. So cooperation that is structured and regulate, such as within an organization or company. And the second one is informal cooperation. Cooperation that is unstructured and spontaneous, such as within a group of friends or family. And the third is horizontal cooperation. Cooperation between individuals or groups at the same level in an organization. And the last is vertical cooperation. It is cooperation between individuals or groups at different levels in an organization. Okay, next we move to the next material. It's about implicature. So implicature is an implied meaning that is not explicitly stated in speech or writing, but is understood by the listener or reader based on context and shared knowledge. For example, is the first is have you eaten? Have you eaten? Explicitly, this question only asks for confirmation of someone's eating status. However, implicitly, this question can indicate that the speaker wants to offer food or ask if the person wants to eat together. And Next example is the weather is very nice today. The weather very nice today. This sentence explicitly describes the weather conditions. However, implicitly, this sentence can express a desire to do outdoor activities or express happiness over the good weather. Okay, next is about types of implicature. The first is conversational implicature. Implicature that arises from the context of the conversation, such as rules of politeness and shared assumptions. And the second one is conventional implicature. Implicature related to the lexical meaning of words or phrases, such as but, which usually indicates contrast, or even, which indicates surprise. Okay, next is about factor that influence implicature. The first is context, situation, time, place, and relationship between speaker and listener. And the second one is share knowledge, information and assumptions shared by the speaker and listener. And the third is communication purpose, the speaker's goal in convey the message. And the last is intonation and body language, the way the speaker convey the message, which can provide clues to the implied meaning. And next is about uses of implicature. The first one is increasing communication efficiency. So implicature allows us to convey information more concisely and efficiently without having to explicitly state all the details. And the second one is building rapport. Implicature can help us to build rapport with others by showing that we understand their context and culture. And the third is avoiding conflict. Avoiding conflict. Implicature can be used to convey a message subtly, without causing conflict or discomfort. Okay, that's all the material that can I explain to you guys, and now I will read the conclusion of this material. So cooperation is key to achieving difficult goals and building stronger, more harmonious societies. And it is important to understand implicature in order to interpret the implied meaning in communication. Implicature can enrich our understanding of meaning and improve our ability to communicate effectively. Okay, that's all that can I explain in this video, and thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and shalom.